Well, hello. Happy Sunday. It is I, your queen of the Rototoms. Do you like my new outfit? This is this honor was bestowed upon me anonymously. And I'm just I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful that y'all have really noticed and paid attention to the things that I love and my affinity for the Rototom. It runs so deep, and to feel seen and recognized for that means more to me than my entire Kickstarter. So, thank you. Uh I mean, it's certainly my color. It matches my lips perfectly. Oh my goodness. So today we're not doing the 70s, and we're actually going to have to skip next week too because I have to get ready for the photo shoot for my album cover. Um and it's the holidays and it's crazy and everything's crazy. But I hope that in January January we can start back up with I think we do 78. There's a little asterisk next to that, just like that's gonna be just such a crazy month for getting my album done that it's a possibility I might have to make some changes, but I hope. So, what are we doing today? Whatever we want. It's that kind of thing. We can listen to music for sure, but we can do other things too. We can do Q&As. We can blow our noses. We can. Okay. I brought the lipstick because eventually you just end up eating the lipstick, so I'm gonna have to re-up probably. We can play music. I can play stuff on piano. Can do spontaneous covers, although they will be very nasal because I am suffering from I think my first bout of seasonal allergies in my entire life living in Texas, and it sucks. I will say it sucketh, as the queen would say, sucketh. And this is also like your opportunity to ask me any last minute burning questions about my Kickstarter campaign, which ends tonight at 11:11 p.m., which is just one of my favorite times for no reason. It just sounds cool. And it was before midnight, so there it is. And the Kickstarter was successful weeks ago, and now we've just been in the stretch goal area. So that's just, I don't know if I have all the words, but I will try. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. Thank you guys so much. And I promise to make an amazing album. I mean, the album's almost done. I know it's good. So, but now we're going to have vinyl, and now I can afford to make some really nice, pieces of art, music videos and visualizers and things that can accompany the music, which, let's just be real, really helps, the success of music. So that is just unbelievable. I am floored. Here's my jaw. And I'm really excited. We were able to also do a t-shirt. So here's some things that you might not know about the Kickstarter. One is there are some things on it that are kind of exclusive to the Kickstarter. One is your name in the album credits. This is the only opportunity. So there's a tier for that if you want to be memorialized in the physical albums themselves, as well as digital liner notes. There's also a behind the scene, I call it behind the screens because it's a play on words of my song Silver Screening, but behind the screens tiers, which is going to be a curated set of voice recordings, session recordings of me working on the songs, recording things, producing things, etc. Commentary, walking through tracks, early versions of the tracks, pictures and video of the photo shoot coming together, and just a whole sort of narrative of making this album. That's going to be only a Kickstarter thing. There are little snippets of behind the scenes live streams and footage here or there on Patreon in the educational tiers. And, I might share a couple other little things there, but like that curation of everything and the whole story is a Kickstarter exclusive. And then there's, but the other things should be available like on Bandcamp after, like the, sounds like we're going to have plenty of vinyl left over, vinyl, CDs, and there's going to be a t-shirt for the album, which hasn't been designed yet, but it's going to involve an all over print of like the artwork, either like the album cover or like, pieces of it, or like, there's going to be lots of images from the photo shoot. So it could be, but it's going to be like a really cool t-shirt. So that one, there's no tier for that. It's just a physical add-on. If you already got a CD or a vinyl or something else physical, you could throw in a t-shirt. But those are going to be made to order. So I actually can't promise that they're going to be on Bandcamp. But I also understand like buying a t-shirt without ever seeing it is kind of, a little risky, but I promise it'll be beautiful. I have very high standards. So, yes. And then there's the exclusive Kickstarter signed cat photos as well. You can add on a printed 5x7 portrait or whatever photo of Milo and one of Pax, and they'll be signed by the cats. It's another add-on that I'm not planning on offering anywhere else but the Kickstarter. Where's the cat pedestal? Well, I don't know what happened for sure, but my detective work has led me to believe that at some point in the last month, one of my housemates made shrimp because I saw the shrimp tails in the compost bin. And I think somehow maybe one dropped, and I think maybe Pax got a hold of it. And I think he may have taken it into the green pedestal. It has like a little compartment at the very bottom, like a little enclosure. There's nothing in there anymore, but I think he might have taken one in there and like licked on it and then maybe dropped it off in his like little hidey hole. There's like a cardboard box in the back room that he likes to stash his stuff. I haven't found the shrimp tail, so maybe he just ate the whole thing. But that thing was starting to smell like the ocean, and it was really weird. I've never smelled something like that in my house before, so I was just so stumped, and then I thought maybe it's the shrimp. So I removed it from the room, and things improved immediately. It still does smell a little bit like the ocean back here, though, so that's a bummer. Right now I can't really smell anything, so I guess I'm okay, but yay allergies! So yeah, and then the other pedestal is, it's next to the chair, and they've been sleeping like one on the chair and one on the pedestal recently. So yeah. Right now they're crashed out, not even on the pedestals. One's on the bed and the other is on the window. So yeah, but they might come, walk across. For anyone joining now, have you noticed my new digs? I'm hoping that, oh, good. Okay, so I'm not going to out that person. They can make themselves known if they wish, but they are on the chat now. So, yeah, you can thank them and they will see. They will see their fine work is being appreciated. Oh, man. The ferns? Oh, well, I don't grow ferns. I kill ferns. So there's no ferns here. Here's everything. This is all there is. I think you're just used to seeing this space with the cat pedestal right here. Yeah. Yeah, the plants are looking good. They're all kind of pinned down. This one's getting really long. Not sure what to do with it, actually. There we go for now. Yeah, ferns are really hard to grow. They don't like being indoors in dry environments. They like being in like a greenhouse or a tropical jungle, neither of which this house is. So it's tough. It's a no-go. I have given up. Certain plants I can grow and others. I made a video a long time ago that I just haven't edited. I was going to do like a voiceover of walking you through the different plants that are behind me. It was just about like maybe like 15% of the plants that I own and that are in this house. But right, let's see. Okay, so this one, which I don't know, but you can see it's like white and green. This is a variegated pothos in joy. Like a N apostrophe, joy. And then this one has lime green and dark green variegation. This is the heartleaf philodendron, but it's variegated. And then this one is a typical golden pothos. And then I'm pretty sure. And it's like, this is all golden pothos. It's coming from two different plants. And then this is the regular non-variegated heartleaf philodendron. So it's really just two varieties of plants with a few different, like two species with multiple varieties. They're both the easiest to grow and the quickest. So they're great for vining. They didn't evolve to fall like this. They actually evolved to grow up trees. So without anything to grab onto, they just keep growing long and long and long. And they put out these little nodes that could sprout roots if they were on a tree. And they would sprout roots and they wrap onto the tree and grab and pick up moisture from the tree, pretty much. Knowing that was a little sad to learn. I was like, oh, I'm basically like not giving these plants what they want, but they make these beautiful vines as a result. But it's kind of twisted. Anyway, Marius updated your pledge to include signed vinyl and T-shirt. Yay! You're gonna love them. I was a photographer for 10 years ish. Yeah. I was a professional photographer. That was my job. And I started photographing nature first. Yes. But not like National Geographic. Just like, ooh, that's a pretty flower. And then I got a macro lens, so you can like get really close to the flower. And then I started taking pictures of my friend's band as they played live. And I was like, this is fun. And then at some point, someone was like, would you take pictures of my family? And I was like, oh, no, it was maternity photos. It was my boyfriend's sister. And I was like, well, I could try. I don't remember how they came out. But after that, people started asking me to take pictures of their families. And then my first wedding request came in. And I was like, yeah, I'll give that a try. It's a big responsibility. And then the rest is history. And I was full-time for 7 years or something. But I really mostly focused on weddings that were quirky. Like I did a Star Wars, Doctor Who, and Beauty and the Beast themed wedding. I did a handlebar mustache and bearicorn themed wedding. Oh, an octopus. Stuff like that. That was really fun. It was great. No bridezillas, not a single one. It was awesome. Anyway. So yes, I still love photography, and the pictures that are on my Kickstarter right now of me in the forest are actually self-portraits. I just had to use I tried to get this remote. I have a remote for my camera, but it wasn't working. So I had to set a timer. and run back and then be like, but I mean, I think they came out good enough to use for a campaign. So is my shirt this color because of the beads? Yes. Yeah. I had too many beads and it soaked out of my skin. We were talking about beets today on a Zoom call. And how, when you eat a lot of beets and then you go to the bathroom, you think you're dying until you remember you had beets. It's fun. Swear to God, every time I'm like, oh, right, beets. If I were asleep for 3 months, they would grow on me. You know what? They might. They have at times stuck to the walls, but eventually there's not enough of a grip and they fall. But or even the ceiling, I can see some remnants of one that was starting to grow across the ceiling by itself. It was like little gripper nodes. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. And you can't see it, but there's a plant over here and some of its vines are coming down here. But the rest goes around the edge of my ceiling and wall, like the corner, all the way down that side of the room and then halfway down the other one. It doesn't look so happy though. I think I actually might trim it. It's like a haircut. Sometimes you just need to like snip the ends and then the plant can focus more energy on like making new stuff instead of trying to keep like a really long vine alive. Anyway. Yes, usually people worry cats would eat the plants. It's true. But I was very concerned about that when I got each cat because you just don't know. You know, it's like they weren't pre-owned. It's like a pre-owned vehicle. They weren't rehomed or anything. So I had nobody to tell me like, yes, I've had this cat and no, they don't eat plants. I just really hoped really hard. And I was like, well, if I have to get rid of my plants to have my cats, like obviously the choice is clear. I'll keep the plants. I'm kidding. I'll keep the cats and I'll just have to live without the plants. But I was really hoping. And, you know, occasionally, like when Milo wants my attention or she's feeling really feisty, there's this one plant that has like kind of big floofy leaves and she'll like go underneath it and she might like playfully like, you know, but she doesn't bite down. And Pax doesn't care. He just doesn't even, but yeah, Milo likes to kind of rub her face on them, which is fine. And it's only if they ingest them, and it has to be like a good amount for it to actually do real damage. Apparently the first reaction they would have is like they get high. So anyway, yeah, I feel very, 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 very lucky. But when Milo is being annoying and she wants my attention, she will bat at my plants. And she knows that makes me go, no, Milo, no. And I'll go over to her and then she's like, yay! Okay, I have to read this joke by Slim West. Don't ever put your cat on a pedestal. They've already placed themselves on a pedestal. So true. Yes. Okay. So we can, if you want to listen to a song, we could listen to parts of songs. But I'm going to be very picky because I'm in the mood to just listen to things that I think sound really good to me. So Rototoms, of course, only Rototoms, please. Not. You could also request covers of things. You know, if you want to see what something might sound like on piano and voice, congested voice, but voice nonetheless. Or yeah, anything else. The Great Snoozer. On a musical interest note, that isn't Boards of Canada, there is an album I'd love you to sniff out. Unfortunately, I can't smell anything right now, so that I think is right up your street. It's called Rise by Mother Morgana. Tell me more. Why do you think it would be up my street? Describe it to the best of your ability. An IXY playlist, like a playlist I've created of like my favorite tracks. Oh, baby, I've got those. I have so many. Yeah, I could play you some stuff that I like. That sounds fun to me. Role reversal. Not really. I guess that's what my whole channel is really, is me playing things that I like and talking to you about them. But the live streams have usually been things you like. Have you guys seen Coming to America, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall? My parents and I have like running jokes from that movie, and one of them is the I guess the princess that Eddie Murphy, the prince, is supposed to marry. It's like near the beginning of the movie, and he's trying to get to know her because it's like an arranged marriage, and he's like, so, you know, what kind of music do you like? And she's like, whatever kind of music you like. He's like, okay, what kind of food do you like? Whatever kind of food you like. And it just goes on for a while. So that's now a thing. Whatever you like. Sexual chocolate. Oh my God. Yep. Sexual chocolate. It's such a good movie. There's also a scene. Oh, is it in? Nope, I'm getting them mixed up. Sometimes my brain mixes up Trading Places with Coming to America. Oh, okay. This is a Coming to America scene when I can't remember the prince's name. The Eddie's character. He's in New York, I guess, or something, and he's like so excited, and he like screams out the window something like, "Hello, beautiful America." I don't know, and someone yells out their window, "Ah, fuck you," and he goes, "Yes, yes, fuck you too." So this is the live stream. It's actually just going to be me doing movie quotes. So I'll act out all the scenes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Irish Mickey's got it. Yeah. Okay, an Ixie playlist. All right. So I have okay. Oh my gosh, so many. Let's see. I got my ambient playlist. I have my Buried Deep playlist. I've been thinking of doing a DJ set, actually, of my Buried Deep playlist. A lot of it's ambient adjacent, but a lot of it also has like a groove. Can I just play you? I think this is the right song. Oh, yeah. This is one of the slowest songs I've ever heard. And they use and I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's like 8.5 minutes long, but I'll play you a little bit of it. They use a sample from clearly an old movie, and they use it so well. But this has the most incredible atmosphere and the slowest groove. Like if I put it into a DAW, I have a feeling it would be like under 60 beats per minute, like that kind of like. But it's so gorgeous, and the 8.5 minutes goes by fast. So I'll just play you a few. This song is called "The Light of Sleeping Star," Serenity Mix by Cohen. And it came out in, let's see if I can get some info on it. Show me the credits. 2017. I don't know much about Cohen. It's not Cohen's sound. That's different, I believe. I believe it's different. See if there's a bio or anything. No? Anyway, okay, here it goes.
Do you think there's anything that we don't know about each other?
What a question at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Secrets, mysteries we still hold for each other.
Like that. I mean, that's what I would make if I had the skills, and maybe someday I will. And someone mentioned Lucine. I don't know if it's Luzine or Lucine. I always say Lucine. but there is a beautiful track by Lucine called Witness, and they use a vocal at the beginning, and then they chop it, they splice it into an arpeggio. It's one of the most powerful things I've ever heard. It's so beautiful. It's another slow one, but check this out. We're gonna play the whole thing because it's not that long. I mean, it's not 8 minutes long. Flat 6.
So what did you expect from me?
love it. This is the kind of music I was listening to when I started my YouTube channel. So in some ways, like refocusing on Nine Inch Nails was like a departure from where I had been sonically, musically for a while, really. And it was like mostly instrumental music. And yeah, apparat. Yeah, I've got some great apparat in my playlists too. Oh, Chris Floyd. I just meant that first drop. Okay, yeah, it's just so gorgeous. Yeah, so I have tons of instrumental playlists of music that's, more in the electronic range, but I think very, very soulful. And then I've got some. Have you guys ever heard of Grand Brothers? Grand Brothers, let's see, where are they from? I think they're from the UK. I could be wrong, though. So I use Tidal now for streaming instead of Spotify, but they don't always have like a bio. Like I feel like Spotify always has a bio, but maybe it's just that they didn't write one. Oh, they've got a social media. Maybe it's on there. They were on KEXP. Anyway, their actual... Okay. It just says messing around with grand pianos. Yeah, so they do some stuff with pianos and electronic elements, but it's like all done with real pianos. So check this out. Grand Brothers. Let's see. I feel like... Is it Ezra Was Right? Is that the one that goes da da da? Okay. Yeah, that one's cool. Blood Flow, I think, is maybe their biggest hit. Wait, can I just listen to the beginning of that just to make sure I'm not... Okay, we're going to listen to Ezra Was Right. I don't know. Okay. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, though. It's 8 minutes long. It's like a film score at the beginning. Okay, so this is Grand Brothers. This would be cool to see live. Has almost like that French Impressionist kind of harmony. Like Satie. That was pretty. forgot this had a 4-minute long build-up. Flat 6 over and over again, by the way. how they made the drum beat, but like, I'm guessing they're just hitting the piano. And they got a looping or something, taking the audio, spitting it back out in cool ways. They're really cool. Their album that came out the year before, or well, actually, I can't tell which one came first, but they have another album called That was from their album Dilation. And then they have another one called Open. And that has like some hits on it, basically. Blood Flow, I think, was their biggest hit. You guys may have even heard this. Like, let's see. I promise I won't play it. Oh my God. This made me think about Looped. Okay, so if you've watched my video on build-ups, I did a video on build-ups and I included John Hopkins and I think LCD Sound System and some other stuff. But one of them was from Kiasmos. And Kiasmos, they just put out a new EP. It was probably last year at this point, actually. But they have this album, actually all their albums, all the names of the tracks are in a past tense verb. So they have this one called Looped. And I think it just kind of like, got recommended to a lot of people on Spotify that year. But you may have heard this, but this is in the similar vein of like looped electronic piano music. But this is a little bit more felt piano, like moody, but it's also got a 4 on the floor. It's about to come in and it's good. This is a great track. Also has a flat 6. What can that minimal beat is so, it's like delicious. I would eat that. And it keeps going and it ends up here. The synth is so pretty. Oh, that part. That harmony. Oh my God, kill me. It's so good. That whole album is amazing, by the way. That one's just their self-titled Kiasmos. Yeah, I can put this in a playlist. I can do that. I can do it while we do it. So otherwise I won't do it. Okay, we started with, let's see, create playlist. New playlist. What should I call it? Buried Deep Alive. Buried Alive Deep. I don't know. Okay, so boop. What did we start with? It was okay. Well, I don't remember what we started with, but I will add videos. It wants me to add my own videos. That's weird. Kiasmos looped. Okay, I don't think I know what I'm doing anymore. I can't remember. Why is it only pulling from my videos? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. Bam. Okay. And then we also listened to Grand Brothers, right? Grand Brothers. Ezra was right. Ezra was right. Ezra was right. Okay. Bam. We also listened to Lucine. Witness. Okay, I'm remembering now. And then we listened to Light of the Sleeping Star. Serenity Mix by Cohen. Bam. Okay. Good idea, Clores. All right. People are liking the blue lipstick. How I got this lipstick is none of your business. All right. Whether a Smurf was involved or not is for me to know and you to wonder about. Oh yes, I'm wearing the shirt. Indeed. Have I ever listened to Mira Calix? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Robert Smith invited Kiasmos to his Meltdown Festival. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So Thomas requested a song. So we're gonna switch gears. Frosty the Snowman, excuse me, with Cocteau Twins and Petite Papa Noel by Tino Rossi, followed by Who Is It by Bjork. Okay, I'll put that into Google and see what happens. Oh my goodness. No hits. Okay, let me try taking the Björk part off. Björk. Okay. Frosty the Snowman with Cocteau Twins. I'll just search for that, I guess, and see what happens. Okay, so I found Cocteau Twins doing Frosty the Snowman 2005. Is that it? Or is there something more specific about your request? But yeah, we can get into some Christmas spirit. Spirit. Have I heard of Baths? Yes. Yes, and I'll cue up a Bath song that I'd love. Ocean Death. Oh my God. You guys, this song is so good. Jesus. Ah. Okay. I'll play it until Thomas and I figure out what. Oh, you were doing a mix mashup? What do you mean? Like, wait. You mean you requested like a few songs in that one comment? Is that what you're saying? Or Mailman Willie, did I play your request already? What was it? I forgot already. I forget everything. Sorry. You have to re-request. Okay, let's listen to Ocean Death by Baths, which is just a guy being awesome. Solo producer, as far as I know. But this song is so cool. It does have vocals, and he has such a unique voice, and I just absolutely love this song. Oh my God, it's turned down. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Let's start that over. Oh. My God, it's like a vocal bass on the offbeats. Oh, I'm gonna do that one of these days. Mark my words. Remember this moment. Flat six. They all have a flat six, guys. Like literally every single song that I played today is. Okay, maybe not the light of Sleeping Star didn't. I just realized that. I love that shit. Okay, a couple things. So, Arash Mickey reminded me that on my Kickstarter, yesterday we got to the next stretch goal, which I wasn't expecting us to get to. That was so amazing, which is a remix contest for my danciest song, Calling Me Back In, which, if you didn't hear it on the live stream, I'm going to play a clip. It's not done mix-wise, but I can play you, like, let's see. It's going to be loud and it's going to be harsh. The claps are too loud. So for this mix, he told me he accidentally left. Actually, maybe I can find an earlier mix. He left 2 claps on, like the dry and the wet by accident, and so it's way too loud. Let me see if I can find an older mix actually. Hang on. Okay. No, it really only just has the latest one. Okay, we'll just know that the claps are too loud. Here, I'll play near the end where the claps get drowned out by the synth anyway. Okay, so here. So here's a snippet of Call Me Back In, and this is what the remix contest will be for. And there are so many layers to play with. So yeah. Okay. Clap so much. Too loud. Ish. So that one, we're going to do a remix contest. So that's exciting that we got to that point. And then I'm just so I'm so excited to see what people do with it. It's because you can approach it both like halftime, like I did, but then I do the double time at the end. So, but either way, like it's kind of an interesting tempo. I feel like it's what, like I think it's like 117 or something like that, Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, the remix. Now, what is the winner of the remix contest gonna win? Well, I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm thinking at the very least, I'll react to your, remix and share my thoughts or break it down or try to figure out what you did. And at the most, I would assume that we would release it together. So that would be so cool. I just don't. I mean, I don't want to promise it at this point, but I think that's what we would do. Yeah. And then maybe I can, maybe on my Patreon, I can listen to a bunch of them, or I don't know. Yeah. We'll figure it out. It'll be great. I've never done anything like that. So there's just a little trepidation of me promising things. So just be flexible, but I will make it worth your while, and it'll just be fun anyway. Right. Just to be able to share my stems with y'all and, gosh. Yeah, so who would want to do a remix of that if, who will want to do a remix of it? Because it's happening. You're okay. Some of us are, I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, it definitely goes up to 11. I mean, it's really loud right now. And the clap was especially, like I said, he had 2 clap layers on by accident. So yes. I recently listened to the first version of that song, when I first sat down and put the bass line in and came up with the skeleton of the drums and recorded some vocals. And so if you're interested, it sounds very different. I mean, it's still the same song, but the energy is like a 1 versus what it is now. And it's so much more sparse. And it was just trying to find its legs. By the way, if you're interested in seeing those sessions, I have a tier on my Kickstarter, and it is an exclusive Kickstarter thing, where I'm going to share all of that with you. There's like probably 40, 50 hours of honestly, actually, it's probably conservative. So I'm not going to subject you to like literally every second of what I did, but I'm going to like pull the best, most interesting, impactful parts of all of the sessions that I did recording myself making these songs. Not all of them have, like some of them I recorded more than others, but like documented them more than others. But I'm going to make like a really awesome curation of that, as well as the like audio recordings from the very beginning of like having the idea or trying to figure out lyrics, me talking about the songs. Like, I think, I have so many recordings of me going like, I think after this part, I think it needs to do this, or figuring things out on the piano, recording vocals and the cats climbing the walls. I had no idea. It was so funny watching the footage, and Pax is like climbing this plant, and I had no idea until I watched it. Stuff like that, as well as like lyrics, different drafts of lyrics, the early versions of the songs. Like I'll give you the demos, and then like commentary of me walking through each track and showing you, revealing each layer and showing you how I did it. And also like photos and videos of the behind the scenes of making the album cover and anything else that I think is relevant to the creation of this album. So if you're into that kind of thing and you want to make sure that you can get all the stuff, then check out the tier. It's called Behind the Screens on my Kickstarter, which I really should put the link in here and pin it. I am sorry. That was silly. Let me do it. Boop. Pin. Okay. And then that tier also has some packages, like if you wanted a CD with it, if you want a vinyl with it, I created. And they both, if you get the one with the CD or the vinyl, then you have the option for the add-ons, which is like the t-shirt, not this t-shirt, sorry. Although if you really, the album t-shirt that we're going to make, and the cat photos, the signed cat photos and things like that. Yes. There is another stretch goal, which we won't get to because we only have 6.5 hours ish left, but it was to release all my 2001, 2002 trance and downtempo music. And if you want to see a preview of it, you can go to the Kickstarter, go to the updates tab, and the latest update has a embedded video or a link to a video of me doing really dorky dances to snippets of those songs. But if it doesn't, since we won't hit that goal because it's 25K tonight, then I'm just gonna see if there's anything extra left over from this project, which I doubt it, but just in case. Or I might be able, people sometimes message me and they're like, do you need help with mixing? Do you need help with mastering? Like, I'll do it for free or whatever. And I'm so touched by that, but I also feel so bad. Like, I just don't think I don't feel like it's ethically right to be like, yeah, I'll use your services for free. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if it would allow me to get the trance into the hands of people who really want to shake their booties to like very dated 2001 era trance music and like downtempo stuff, then, maybe it's for a good cause and maybe someone would really like to be involved in that. But they do need to be mixed and mastered. Some of them sound better than others. Some of them sound so dull that I just would not release it until it's been souped up. But I have all those projects still in all the sound banks. I made those all in Reason. So, yes. Air Windows is asking how much remixes can mean many things, unsure of how much of a departure is desired. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you could do whatever you wanted. this is a song. It has a lot of power behind it, like my message and everything. So it's not like it's not personal. It is, but it's one of the ones that I feel the most comfortable just hearing anybody's interpretation of, if that makes sense. Like some of the other ones maybe are so vulnerable that like I wouldn't want to hear like a happy hardcore version of like the saddest song I've ever heard or ever written, or, or whatever. But this one, no, I mean, yeah, whatever people want to do. Turn it into a metal song. I don't care. I think it will be awesome. Whatever people want. Yeah. Mailman Willie, regarding the shirts, I know a guy. Yeah. Do you want to out yourself? Did you just out yourself? DJ Adelaide, hey buddy. Reason Gang, yeah. Yep. Reason 4, nice. I wrote all my trance and down tempo with Reason 2.0, and then I do think I upgraded to 2.5 before I went to college and got completely burnt out and didn't know what to do with my life anymore. And then when I got back into music, I did open up Reason. I fiddled around. I made a couple things, and then my friend was like, "You should use Logic," and he gave me a present. He bought me Logic. He bought me Logic because he was like, it's really not that expensive, and I want to be able to like collaborate with you, and I use Logic, so it'd be so much easier. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I'll just buy for you. And I was like, okay. And lo and behold, it's the best DAW I've ever used. I still have Reason though, but I think it's whatever version before they switched to subscription licensing. Like maybe it's Reason 11 or 10. But it has everything. It has the Maelstrom. That was my favorite. I loved the grain table synthesizer. Granular, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, they called it grain table. Grain table. Granular? Granular synthesizer? I can't remember. Some beautiful things came out of that. Absolutely love it. Yeah, psytrance. For sure. Here's so I did exactly, I would say, 2 psytrance songs. And I recently reconnected with the guy who, so he was like, do you want to collaborate or do you want to remix? That's what it was. You want to remix my song Mystery in a Box. And this is like, I was 16, I think. And we found each other on Acid Planet, which was Acid Pro's like social media site to upload your music and connect with people. And, I was like, yeah. And I was listening to psytrance. I never tried it. And I was like, I'm going to make this psytrancey. I think it was already kind of like a psytrancey song. And I completely transformed it really, but he liked it a lot. And I uploaded it. And then I recently he found me on Instagram or something. And I recognized his name right away. And I was like, oh my God. So now I can ask him. I can be like, hey, can I release this? Technically, it does have some of your... work. But okay, so here's a little snippet of Mystery in a Box, my remix, originally by John Q. Public, and it's so psytrancey. Okay, I'll start at the beginning because it has the build up. I mean, I honestly think it's pretty good for my first try, and also it being 2001 and me being so young. Like it's one I still feel proud of, even though I don't really listen to this kind of music anymore. Like Juno Reactor, yeah. So I will say that it was called psychedelic trance when I was doing it. And then later psytrance was a thing, and I just assumed it was the same genre, but now I'm thinking actually they're different. Because there was like Goa and psychedelic trance, and I had a bunch of like compilations of both, and that's what it sounded like. But I'm sure that it has morphed as a genre in 23 years, Yeah, Goa, yeah. But yeah, I was so into trance. And then I was like, I want to do stuff that's like not, and I didn't know what it was called. And I didn't really know how to find influences for that. I don't even know how I got, like, what did I hear that made me, Enigma. That must have been it. Enigma was slow. And I was like, I want to do that. And I didn't know what to call it. And finally someone was like, down tempo? That's so general. But then again, a lot of those electronic genres are separated by tempo. That's like the main characteristic that separates them, which is wild to me, but I get it. But at the same time, I think of there being so many other characteristics that I would use. But reload. So anyway, that was a dream that maybe we would get there, but it's cool. I think I can, maybe there's a scrappy way to get that out, but still have it be good, because my standards are just, even on that old music, I don't want to release it unless it's mixed well. To me, the mixing and then the mastering is like the final stage of the song. It is not a optional thing. It's like the song's not done until it's been mixed and then mastered. Maybe even just mixed. Like, I could listen to a song that's been mixed well, even if it's not loud. I can, but yeah. So I don't know if I'll ever change that stance. The kitties have awoken and they're being really cute, but they're not being cute over here, unfortunately. They're on the bed. Milo is burrowing under the covers, and Pax is making cute little trilling noises. We'll see what happens next. I'll let you know. Okay, so there was a request from Thomas to play some stuff. He wants me to play Frosty the Snowman by the Cocteau Twins.
With a
think I ever expected to hear Elizabeth Fraser singing a Christmas song like that. Interesting. And then what was it? Björk, something about bells? Björk in the bells? Björk in the bells? Let's see. Oops. Who is it by Björk? Okay. "17 years ago." What era was this?
His embrace, a fortress.
Did you want the bell choir mix? Or is this the right one?
It fuels me and places a skeleton of trust right beneath us, bone by bone, stone by stone. If you ask yourself patiently and carefully, who is it? Who is it? Who is it that never let you down? Who is it that gave you back your crown? And the ornaments are, they're going around. Now they're handing it over, they're handing it over, handing it over. Who is it that never let you down? Who is it that gave you back your crown? And the ornaments are, they're going around. Now they're handing it over, handing it over.
I like that beat. She's playing her dress. It's covered in bells.
He demands our closeness. We all have earned our nameless. Carry my joy on the left, carry my pain on the right. If you ask yourself now patiently and carefully, who is it? Who is it that never let you down? Who is it that gave you back your crown? And your ornaments are, they're going around. And handing it over, handing it over, handing. Who is it that never let you down? Who is it that gave you back your crown? And the ornaments are, they're going around. Now I'm handing it over, handing it over.
That's cool. I have not heard that one before. Almost sounded like a little bit of beatboxing. Okay, speaking of, have y'all heard Peeping Tom? It was a project that Mike Patton did. I think in early 2000s. Let's see. Maybe it's more recent than that, actually. Hang on. Oh, okay. 2006. And each track he collaborated with a different artist. He actually did one with Massive Attack. Anyway, there's one on there that is with Razzle, and Dan the Automator. And it's called Mojo. And there is a drum loop, but it's also layered with him beatboxing. By him, I don't know if it's Dan the Automator beatboxing, or I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mike Patton, because he can do anything with his mouth apparently. So, but we should listen to this. It's different. It's interesting. I think this was actually on the radio though, and it's got a hook, but it's a cool song. It's a really weird, cool song, and you've probably heard it. If you don't I don't think he ever says Mojo. So, yeah. But if you listen for the beatboxing, you'll hear it throughout the whole song. It's Razzle. Okay, got it. Oh, that sounds kind of Phrygian, doesn't it? Yes. The whole album's really cool, though, I have to say. I am in love with the last track. I'll play just a little bit of it, but I used to drum to this. This is actually a remix, and I've never heard the original, but it's We're Not Alone with a dub trio. I don't know if I know dub trio. This is like a rock song. Well, it's a rock song, but it's also kind of hip-hoppy. That bass. The chorus is more rock, I guess. You hear that? Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. So good. Okay. La 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 la. Thanks, everyone. Okay. What do I think of Knower? They're so good. I think it was one of my friends, Julie, who posted "Do Hot Girls Like Chords" on her Facebook page. And I was just so intrigued by the title that I had to click on it. And then I was like, wow, this is a freaking cool song. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I kept listening to it and watching the video. And then I listened to some of their other stuff. And then they came to Austin and I was like, well, I'm going to go see them. So I saw them live at a small venue and it was so good. Yeah, it's like, it's impressive. And I still can't figure out, is her name Vivian or the singer? How she can sound so like pure and almost like magical childlike over the like gnarly prog backdrop, but it's so perfect. I don't know how. Okay, do you guys? Okay, I don't know if they're on streaming actually. So, okay, they did eventually do a streaming release. They did Bandcamp first, which I think is really smart. Genevieve, thank you. Yeah. Check out this song, "Do Hot Girls Like Chords" by Nowhere.
Alright, is that ratchet or rice? Do reflections have backs?
my god, the breakdown is so good. Yes. Oh yeah, it's so good. The drumming is incredible. Yeah. Someone said, "Oh, you drum too." I do drum, but not like that. I'm not that good. I'm mediocre. I'm a decent groove drummer. You could see a clip of me playing The Becoming on my Instagram. And then there's some other stuff on Patreon. I think I've played along to The Mark Has Been Made, a bunch of Nine Inch Nails stuff. We're in this together. You know. I like playing along to Radiohead songs a lot. I have a whole drumming playlist. It's very long. But yeah, I like a good groove. Like a good groove. I don't have chops at all. But I decided to learn how to drum when I was like 31 or 2. And I committed to playing, practicing, drums for 300 days before I gave up. Didn't even have to be consecutive. I just needed some kind of commitment, a number, and I did it. I got up to like 250, and then I moved from the house that had, maybe it was even higher, 280 something, and I moved from the house that had the drum kit. So then I was like, oh shit, how am I going to finish my challenge? And so a couple of years went by, and I like every so often was able to find a drum kit and like recounted that. And I think I finally finished the challenge on, I think it was 2022. I finally got to 300. Yeah. It's the hardest instrument I've ever had to learn, for sure. But it is really fun. Yeah, and unfortunately the drum kit that I've got right now, I'm renting it. It's an electronic kit, and it's on the other side of the room, and it's very difficult to get a camera over there. And I have it facing the corner, so it's like it would just be of my back anyway. So the video I have, The Becoming, I used a webcam that's up here and shoots across the room, and it shakes the whole floor. So every time I hit the kick drum, the whole thing jiggles, and the quality is terrible. Anyway, but you can hear it. You can just hear it. You can hear it. But why did I mention that? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, otherwise I would go show you, but it's like not really. It's very difficult to. And I don't play through the built-in sounds. I run it through like a drum kit in Logic and use it as a MIDI controller because that's why I'm comfortable. I like going through a DAW. I always like going through a DAW, for some reason. Do I remember a clip? Oh yeah. There's also a clip on Instagram here. Well, okay. So on Instagram, I have another clip. I can play the audio of these at least. I guess I could share my Instagram. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, so if I go like, oh wait, no. If I go like this. Okay, so here's me, tiny, and then I load up Google Chrome. this. Okay, so now you should see my browser, right? Or now you should see my browser. There it is. Okay, cool. This should work. All right, so... Okay, here's the becoming. That's muted, of course. It's the same thing for 7 minutes. Okay. And then I've got, let's see. There was a montage I made of my progress playing drums. Yeah, so this has like me learning a song over a period of like 6 months and getting better. That's loud. I think that's all I have on my Instagram, honestly, drum-wise. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That is a cool groove, by the way. That is a shuffle, I think. I think it's a shuffle in 12/8. It is a nice shuffle. It's very satisfying. I love how you go. I like those 2 hits. So that's not really very common. I like it a lot. And I do have the unicorn onesie. Yeah, I could wear the unicorn onesie if it gets cold again in Texas. Oh my God. It's like 70 degrees. And I think it's going to be like that for a while. Yeah, it's going to be in the 70s until if this actually happens through the rest of the month, it'll be in the 70s. And then we're going to get a little cold front and it'll drop down to like the 50s and then the 30s at night, which is really how it should have been this whole month. That's so weird. I've lived in Texas my whole life, and it was always hot. There's no doubt about it. The summers sucked. But there is also no doubt that it is changing. And the summers are getting longer, and then the fall is getting warmer, and then the spring is starting earlier. And last year, there were leaves from the fall that had not fallen off yet from the trees, and then it was also budding out for spring at the same time. And I took so many pictures because I was like, this is so messed up. Oh my God. So anyway, but yeah, once it gets cold again, yeah, I'll throw on the unicorn onesie. I've still got it. It's what I wear. It's what I wear to bed when it's cold. I put on my unicorn onesie, and I have a mermaid onesie too. They're really soft. Same thing happening in California. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's so crazy. Oh, man. Could I nail You Know What You Are? Heck no. No. That sounds brutal. I mean, I think have I watched Elon Rubin playing that live? I can't remember. He is a machine, so that makes sense. But yeah, no, I can't do anything like that. Do I have any latency issues using my DAW as the drum brain? No, not that I can tell. If there is latency, I can't tell. So to me, that's the same thing as no latency. Yeah. But there's a low latency mode that I activate on in Logic. So without that, then yes, there probably would be. I did do the becoming analysis. I actually did 2. I analyzed the one from the studio album, and then I analyzed the still version as well. So I should be able to search for the becoming on my channel. And there's a whole playlist for the downward spiral, because that's how my channel kind of kicked off. Is I started analyzing Nine Inch Nails music, and then on March 8th, on its anniversary. At that time, how old was it? It was like 27 years old or something, or 28 years old. I don't remember. I started analyzing the Downward Spiral video song by song. And it took, what, a year? 5 months? I can't remember. So, yeah, the whole thing. Covered the whole thing. Okay. What's Instabook Talks? That sounds like 3 words smashed together. Have I ever heard of the OU, or of OU, the Chinese band? Imagine this proggy jazzy combined with the heaviness of Devin Townsend and Björkish vocals, maybe. That sounds interesting. It's interesting. I love Björk. I am, how do I put this? I haven't connected with Devin Townsend's music yet. I especially after my experience with Tori Amos, where like I just didn't really feel connected to it when I was younger. And then what was it, this past summer or something, I like listened again and I was like, oh my God, and I was weeping. And now I get it. So I think sometimes things just have to hit you the right way at the right time, So maybe someday I'll be more of a Devin fan. I certainly respect him. He's incredibly talented and he can do just about anything, like stylistically. But not typically something I choose to listen to, if that makes sense. Man, I'm getting hungry again. I swear, I love food. I do. I love food. I love eating. I love cooking. But sometimes I just wish that I could just go like 3, 4, 5 hours without having to eat, Sometimes it's just really inconvenient. Do I have a snack? I could get a fudgesicle. Call back to the Flat 60s group earlier today. Yeah, maybe I'll get a fudgesicle. Okay, I'll be right back. Here, I'll play a song while I'm gone. Let's see. Somebody requested something. Oh God, what was it? Oh, hey, I got it. Mother Morgana, Outcast, and Stranger. Is that one song title or is it 2 songs? I guess we'll find out. Outcast and Stranger. Okay. I'll be back. I'll get to hear the song too. was the piano.
I use my voice, nothing but feeling. Treat me like noise, I'll be much more like if it did any good.
She's almost got like a Sade kind of
If
voice.
only I could. What lies before me, don't in my name. Memories that
Could not be more of it.
no doubt in shame. Roses like tumbers, and there's no one to blame.
Whoa, that was unexpected.
And there's no one to blame.
Ooh, slow. Cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I like it. The slowdown reminds me of whoever opened for Chelsea Wolfe. I can find out. Hang on. Whoever opened for Chelsea Wolfe when I saw her. I'm afraid to find out how long ago that was because it feels like it was just like very recently, but I have a feeling it was like a year ago now or some crap like that. Okay, Setlist FM. But they were like I would say maybe duo. It was a drummer and I think she played guitar, but maybe it was a bass. It could have been a bass. I can't remember. But she also played, I believe it was saxophone. So she would start off by playing the saxophone into some. She'd record it and do weird stuff to it, and it would create this like crazy noise layer. And then the drummer would come in, and they would often like slow the song down, like progressively. And every time I got slower and slower, it just got heavier and heavier, and it was like, it was really good. Let's see. Chelsea Wolfe. Wow, she did a world tour. Okay. Here it is. Okay, it wasn't a year ago. It was 9 months ago. It doesn't say who opened for her? That's annoying. I thought it would. Okay, hang on. I'm not going to give up yet. I'll find like... Divide and Dissolve. From Australia. It might not be on Tidal. Okay. Here's Monolithic. Oh, wow. Well, they didn't have strings at the live show, but this is gorgeous. Oh, no, that's a saxophone. It sounded like a string for a second. So slow. I love it. Yeah, so that was the opener, and it was, oh, sorry, I'm trying to find, it's playing in like a separate player. There it is. But yeah, they would get slower and slower and slower, and it was awesome. It was exciting live for sure. Okay, yeah, very sludgy. Okay, so there were a couple questions. One was the algorithm, because your name is in like a different font. I can never seem to tag you, but you're asking about the becoming, how I count the becoming when I'm drumming and and strumming and okay. I don't count it, but when I was analyzing it, I counted it as 7 and 6, I believe. And then Shmiki asks, how do I feel about doing some kind of music video stream one time? Show my favorite vids. I don't think that will work for two reasons. One is that the copyright gods are even harder, crack down even harder on copywritten video. So I just don't see that being possible. Like we could probably eke a couple out and then it'll get blocked. So that's the main reason. Second reason is I was sort of avoided music videos most of my life because I got really attached to my own like internal vision of the song. And I was afraid that the music video was going to override it because it usually does. So I still haven't seen a lot of music videos. I do have a few that I really, really like. That's for sure. And I like, you know, I heard the song with the video. So I didn't even have my own internal experience of the song separated from it. So I can tell you right now that, and I know this is gonna be a shock, but just hear me out. There's a Lady Gaga music video for her song Applause that I still watch like multiple times a year. I just think it's incredible. I mean, I can't imagine how much that music video cost. It's very artistic though. Yeah, there's some choreography and stuff, but like it's bizarre. I love it. It's so cool. And there's a part in the song where whoever produced it, they have the way that they did like a drum fill essentially, or like a riser up to the drop, is they took, see if I remember correctly, they took a note, dun, dun, like a synth note, as well as maybe the snare or something, and they have them just slowly getting faster, like algorithmic, like not algorithmic. That's logarithmic, like exponential. That's the term, exponential. So it's like da 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 da, and they flash the music video along with it and stuff. It's so fucking cool. And then at the very end, she sings, and it's like, it sounds like a robot though, but it's her, and she sings Art Pop, which was the name of her album. In she sings it each letter, ARTPOP. And she has some bizarre, it's like a Björk, like stuff all over her face and her hands. And at the very last P, something like closes over her eyes. I don't know. It's just amazing. So, I mean, and as for pop songs go, like I actually think it's kind of a cool pop song. She sings, she's like, I sit here waiting for you to bang the gong. She kind of sounds like Kate Bush or something. So it's a little bit more like, you know, it's a weirder pop song. So it's worth watching. I love Björk's music video for The Gate. She's like sitting across from like a light creature or something, and they keep exchanging like energy or something through their chests. She like releases it, and then the creature like takes it in and then shoots it back out of her. It's so pretty, and with the song, it's incredible. Those are the two that stick out right now. All Is Full of Love is interesting. I did recently see that one. Luckily I fell in love with the other version of that song, which doesn't have a music video, so I'm safe. The one that's like ambient, that doesn't have drums. I can't think off the top of my head what else. But yeah, I mean, I certainly appreciate a good music video, no doubt. It's a whole other art form. I mean, it's a film. It's just, you know, short one. All is full of love. Yes. Have I seen Come to Daddy? I think I have seen Come to Daddy. Is that the one where there's like a bunch of him, like attached to children's heads, or children's bodies, or like teenagers' bodies, or everyone's body, and it's just him like running around? I have seen that. But I have not seen all the Nine Inch Nails music videos. I have seen Only. I've seen Deep. I think Came Back Haunted. Is that the one where it's like... Which is the one where it's like kind of close-ups of his like eyes and like eyelashes and skin and hair and stuff. Can't remember. I've seen that one. Big screaming monster guy yelling at grandma. Oh my. Yeah. But yes. Wills. Okay. So now that we've had some fun listening to music and everything, I'm going to go back to, so since some people weren't here at the beginning, if you are interested in pledging to my Kickstarter for my album, you have 5 more hours. 5 hours and 38 minutes. And there are a couple things on it that are only exclusive to that Kickstarter. One is your name in the album credits, and that will be printed in the CD and vinyl. The other one that's exclusive is the signed cat photos, the printed signed cat photos for each cat. Another one is the behind the screens tiers, which is going to be all the sessions that I recorded of making the songs, me walking you through each track with my commentary, the audio recordings from my phone of me coming up with I have the initial idea, I think, of almost every song on my phone. That's usually how I came up with things. And, photos and videos and demo versions, early versions, all that kind of stuff. So if that is interesting to you, then I would jump on it on the Kickstarter. And then there's also a t-shirt. It's going to be a Decca t-shirt with artwork from the album cover, which is going to be very detailed, and it's going to be bits of, well, maybe I shouldn't give it away. I'll just say this. I'm going to be decomposing into the ground. It's not like going to be gory. I'll put it that way. It won't be gory. It'll be more abstract, I suppose. But there's going to be a lot of texture and visual things. And so the t-shirt's going to have lots of interesting stuff all over it. And then let's see, what else? I'm pretty sure this is the only way you can get a signed vinyl. I don't think I'm going to be signing the other ones. But I might change my mind. I guess we'll see how it goes. Signed CDs. Yes. This is your chance to get signed CDs. I love that we're doing CDs, honestly. I still love CDs so much. I have a Walkman now, or Discman, whatever. But I unfortunately had to get a new car, and so they don't come with CD players anymore, and I was so bummed. And there's you can also just pledge for the digital album. It's basically a pre-order, but with just a little bit more of a fundraising price, just to help me make this successful. And I'll also include the instrumental tracks. So we're going to do, since we hit a bunch of stretch goals, we're going to do a release of the kind of cinematic instrumental or a cappella versions of the songs. Depending, some of them are already instrumental. There's a couple that are instrumental, so I don't know if I can really do much with those, but we'll see. So those will come with the digital release if you get it on Kickstarter. And there are some tiers that include a bonus track called Ellipsis. It's an instrumental, and it is connected to Calling Me Back In, which is the song that's going to be now the remix contest that we'll do next year. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, I'm just so grateful for y'all. I am so amazed that this campaign did this well. And it was a short campaign. It was a short one. Most of them are a month long, but this was only 18 days because I needed the funding. So I just had to make it short, and y'all really showed up, and I can't believe it. I'm so, so grateful. And all of this is going to go towards the release. And if there's anything left over, it'll go towards my next album, or releasing the Downward Spiral on vinyl, or releasing my trance, or, it'll only go towards releasing music. And that is, I don't think you realize how meaningful that is, to know that I have that support. to release stuff. And I know a lot of you are here for just the analysis videos and the live streams, and that's totally cool. And that's why I think it means even more that some of you are here to support my own music. I think that's super cool. All right. Arash Mickey asks, that reminds me, if someday you make the flat 6 run of merch, consider using a flat 6 as the car. Wait, what do you mean? Well, the car is a flat 6? Like it's a car that is flat? Or you mean the tires are flat? Or you please elaborate. Yeah, right now I've got a design for a flat 6 in the Roman numeral style, but it's in the design style of the Nine Inch Nails Sin cover. It looks amazing. You can see a mock-up of that in the story part of my Kickstarter. And I think that would look really cool in a shirt, I have to say. Or a hat even would look really cool in a hat. So yeah. A merch store is not my highest priority at the moment, but I think that would be cool to do. I have some mixed feelings about merch. I think I mentioned this before, but like fast fashion is such a problem, and I don't want to I know that I wouldn't be making enough merch to hurt the planet or anything, but at the same time, and vinyl is a whole other thing too. It's but physical things are important, and I get it. And I just want to find something that's that I feel good about, I guess, making. And I don't want to make a merch store just full of junk. I want it to be really special and specific, I guess. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure how to say your name. Klejnot? Do I have perfect pitch? I don't. I have relative pitch like everyone else. But I would say, I think if you have relative pitch, but you, if it's fast, if you can hear the distance between two notes really quickly, it's almost as good as perfect pitch, as long as you have any kind of reference, which you often do. Often you do have a reference. There was one thing I had trouble figuring out once, and I did ask someone with perfect pitch who figured it out immediately, and that was okay, that's nice. It was some really weird chromatic Nine Inch Nails chords, and I was just I probably eventually would have gotten it, but it was just, I was this is taking too long, and they could probably do it in 2 seconds, and they did. So I could see how it would be handy. But yeah, don't fret if you don't have perfect pitch. It's not needed to be a good musician. Let's put it that way. Not at all. A flat 6 HP. It's an old-timey type car. Oh, okay. Porsche uses flat 6 engines. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, that's good to know. Mailman Willie asks, I want to get a vinyl and it wanted to upgrade me from the signed CD. Is there a way to get both? Yes. You can either stay on the CD tier and when you go to manage your pledge, you should see, if you scroll down, add-ons, you can add on a vinyl to that, or you can do the other way around. You can upgrade to vinyl and add on the CD. I guess you could see which way the shipping is cheaper. It might be slightly different because the vinyl is heavier. So maybe it'd be cheaper to just add a vinyl onto the CD. I can't remember how I did it. Try that and let me know if you have any issues. Yes, you can get both. For sure. The numerology in the UK is looking cool on the Kickstarter. Nice. Skynet Paradigm. Ixie, any plans or thoughts on doing live shows in the future? Yes, I have been thinking about it a lot. I have. So I haven't performed music live in such a long time, but I'm open to it. I know how amazing it is for me to go see a live show of an artist that I like. It's a totally different experience. And, if it's something that I can do, then I would like to provide that experience. I just don't know. I don't know if I could imagine myself touring, though, is the thing. That, even if it's a really limited tour, it would have to be really limited. I guess it would have to just be, just a few spots. which I know excludes like lots of people. And I would have to have the time to practice and figure out how I want to do it. It's hard to imagine doing that on top of running my channel and Patreon. But you know, maybe I can take a few months off to do that. Maybe something can work. At the very least, I'm thinking that I will next year do a show right here, a live stream, and you know, I'll use some of the backing layers, and you know, I'll play some things live and sing live, and the lead vocals live and stuff like that. And I think that's doable at the very least. And then from there, yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely need help though. I do everything else myself, but I just don't think that this would be one of those things. So I'll have to see if I can get the resources to like hire someone essentially to help me, or I don't know. I haven't ever tried. And when I've ever played music, it hasn't been mine. I've never played my music live. I mean, most of it was electronic, so there's really no way to do it anyway. Not the way I do it. I program it all in a DAW. I guess I could have played some layers live, but so anyway, I always ramble when someone asks me this. I can never just give a short answer. I'm so sorry. Eventually I'll get it shorter. The answer is maybe. And I could see also, like, I kind of got excited about the idea of coming up with like acoustic versions of all the songs, piano, and then maybe having a guitarist, like an acoustic guitarist joining me. And we could just do it right here. You know, I think it could be cool. Surprisingly, they translate quite well. Even the like dancey one, Calling Me Back In, sounds really pretty on piano. So if I can get the cats involved. Oh yeah, that'll be interesting. What am I going to do with the cats? I mean, they should just be in the room. If they ruin it, everyone's going to love it anyway, so. Yeah. Mailman Willie figured it out. Nice. So frugal of you. Okay, let me see if I missed any other questions. It's super helpful, by the way, when you tag me in your question, that it just jumps out at me. It's like highlighted in red. What do you guys think about Hesitation Marks by 9 Inch Nails? That's one of those albums that, like, I feel like it may be, you know, Radiohead, A Moon-Shaped Pool, Hesitation Marks, 9 Inch Nails. It's like a very small percentage, really, of the fans, you know, have listened to it, and yet I think they're both really good. Moon-Shaped Pool is actually one of my favorite Radiohead albums, like in top 3. Hesitation Marks, I wouldn't say is in my top 3, but there's some stuff on there that is some of the best stuff I think he's ever done. Various Methods of Escape is such a good song. It's so well done. And then Into is great. I know someone mentioned Tool's song Right Into, which is also a good song, but it made me think of 9 Inch Nails. Into is really cool. And I really want to do a mashup. I actually started practicing it. Maybe I can give you a preview of a mashup of While I'm Still Here and Find My Way. They have a lot in common. They're in a different key, but you can put them in the same key. And I'm trying to remember what key I decided on, actually. What did I decide? I think I just played it in whatever key I wanted. Let's see. I'm congested, so it's not going to sound great, but I think, like, let's see. Let's see. No, that's 2. Okay. Little more. The song. Every day falls apart and slips away. Sorry. I don't mind. I'm okay. Nothing. I forgot the lyrics. Na 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 da. Sorry. Da 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 da. But then, so that's Find My Way, right? No, that's Why I'm Still Here. And then Find My Way is like, you know, you were never meant to see what I put inside of me. And then it goes, nope, sorry. Wait. Hang on, I'll get it. There we go. And you could do like, you know, you could do like, I had some idea of connecting the lyrics somehow. It's like, every day falls apart and slips away. I forget, but they have a similar chord progression and a similar mood, and their verses are actually so identical that I wonder if it was intended. Like Find My Way is like da 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 da. I'm just trying to find my way. Whereas While I'm Still Here is da 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 da, and then ticking time is running out. But they're, you know. And I just think they're both really, really beautiful. And I think a really gentle treatment on piano would be gorgeous. Oh, and remember how he goes, da, da. Sorry. Sorry. There's some piano that goes like, that would be a nice thing to incorporate, and it would sound good on both of them. Little more every day. Maybe it's down here. You know? And I also discovered that While I'm Still Here sounds absolutely gorgeous sung over an air song. It's an instrumental called Lost in Kyoto, I think, or something like that. And there's only one chord that's slightly different. It's a minor chord instead of a major, but it's okay. Like it doesn't conflict really. Well, you can't sing the verse over it as a result, but you can sing the chorus over it. And if you want to see me doing that, it's actually a video on my Instagram somewhere in the back, like 3 years ago, and it's so pretty. It sounds like this. I hope it's synced up. It might be, never mind. It'll be out of sync. My voice coming through here, and the what I play through streaming is always off, and it's really annoying because sometimes I want to sing along or clap along or do a rhythm along while I'm analyzing something, and I have to remember to like try to do it later than I actually hear it, and that's hard. Like just a little bit later, it sounds awful to me, but that sounds proper to you. So anyway, it's really, really pretty. Yeah, Moonshade Pool is 10 out of 10. Yes, it is. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, expectations were set improperly for hesitation marks for Mailman Willie. I can understand that. I don't really hear the similarities. I think it sounds more like Pretty Hate Machine, but like modern. Like the production is more modern, but yeah, it's it's probably the cleanest album I've ever heard Nine Inch Nails do. The production is so modern and pristine sounding. And yeah. But I would recommend listening to Various Methods of Escape again at the very least. That's a good song. That's one. Actually, let's just listen to it. Ha 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 ha. I am the queen of rototoms. I can do whatever I want. I wrote variations. Various Methods of Escape. Check this banger out.
Hallucinating fidelity. The pieces of a plan. Construction of the highest quality. The blood from my own hand. A line of lyric looping in my head. Nobody listening.
I guess that bass line's kind of like closer a little bit. I think about it.
Guess it doesn't mean a thing. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away.
His plucks.
An effigy so wondrous to behold. A statement so profound. A place to bury everything I did. And burn it to the ground. The fire illuminates the final scene. The past repeats itself. I cannot tell the difference anymore. I cannot trust myself. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away. Lose myself in here.
Oh, Pino Palladino.
I think I could lose myself in here. I think I could lose myself in here.
Oh, the drums.
I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you
It's so groovy and also so good. And it's got a pedal point, like on F the whole time. Actually, I have done this song. I analyzed this song. I just remembered that. So I have a whole video about it where I talk about all those little details. But I just realized that that bass line has a watery bloopy sound, kind of like Closer. So maybe there's like the connection to the Downward Spiral. I don't know. I don't think I said that in the video. But it's well done. But yeah, it's very clean. It's a very, very clean album. Contrast that with Bad Witch, or The Slip. Not clean at all. So it was a choice that they made, I feel like Trent is so intentional in everything. There's always a reason why he does stuff, I think. Yeah, I don't think your nephew would dig my album. I don't know much about Kendrick Lamar, but I think he's a rapper, right? Is that right? There's zero rapping in my album. Yeah, he's a rapper. I actually didn't see Nine Inch Nails until that tour, that Tension tour. I tried to see them in 2009, and I am still so bummed that it didn't work out because I heard that they played the Downward Spiral from front to back or something like that, or they played some songs that I would have just killed to hear live, and they played The Great Destroyer. Anyway, no, not The Great Destroyer. Yeah. I mean, that was after, Year Zero was 2008, right? Well, anyway, it was the Ninja tour, and I got tickets and everything, and I just made the stupidest decision. I thought that Jane's Addiction was opening for Nine Inch Nails. And I thought maybe even they had an opener before that. And that was a bad assumption. So I walked in a little late, but it was not a little late. It was late enough that I saw the last 30 seconds of Nine Inch Nails' entire set. And then I sat there and cried. And all I got was the CD, the Ninja CD that they mailed to me, which I still have. It's still shrink wrapped. Anyway. But it's okay. I saw them twice on the Tension tour, and it was cool. And then I saw them in 2017, I believe, at that Day for Night festival in Houston. That I wish that had continued. That was one of the coolest festivals I've ever been to. And the set was only 45 minutes because of a storm, but I didn't care. It was so good. And then I saw them again in 2022. Twice in a row, both nights at Red Rocks. It was amazing with my friend. Yeah, so anyway. No love for Pinot. I don't know, I might be done with requests. I'm starting to get tired. Did I see Tom York at Day for Night that year? Yes. He was inside, and it was so packed that I could kind of see him. Sometimes I just couldn't see anything, but occasionally I would see him, or I would see his or he'd walk over to the other part of the stage and I could see him. But I heard it. It was great. My friends were tripping. I just remember that. They were tripping the whole time. So I felt a little bit alone because they were in their own world, and I was like, okay. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was awesome. It was hot. It was crazy, and it was pouring rain outside. Oh no, maybe that was a different night. Sorry, that was the Nine Inch Nails night. That was a different night. My bad. You did? Oh, you were there? Cool. Yeah, so you remember it was packed. Was it hot? I feel like maybe it was hot. I don't know. The art at that place was incredible. I still remember it. The installation that I think was on the second floor, the light flashing installation that you would just like, people would just sit around in like clumps, and they had rigged up some lights on the pillars. It was a like an abandoned postal service like warehouse or something, and there's these big concrete pillars, and they did all these lights, and it was timed to this like sound design. It wasn't music, it was sound design. And I sat there over and over again. I just would keep coming back to it. It was so cool. It was beautiful. It was like taking some of the like artistic wonder from Burning Man and putting it in a very different setting. But it was amazing. Yeah, Day for Night was so cool. At that same sorry, my brain is starting to shut down. At the same festival, I caught St. Vincent for the first time. She was playing live. I might have heard like Los Angeles before. That was probably it though. But she was on stage. She had like a DJ, I think, behind her, like with the backing tracks. But it was mostly just her playing guitar. And I think if I remember correctly, it could have been lime green. Maybe, I think it was pink though. I think she was wearing like a pink like leotard. And her legs were a million miles long, and she had this like flying V guitar or something. Maybe my memories are starting to get distorted, but she was incredible. I was like, who is this? I've never seen, I hadn't seen someone like command a stage like that by themselves in a while. It was so cool. And then I caught like 30 seconds of Godspeed You Black Emperor, but I think I was on my way to go see something else. I had to make a tough decision. I also caught a whiff of Cardi B for the first time. I think she was performing something. And I'm not usually into rap, but, I could tell she was killing it. And then I saw, who's that DJ? Rez. I know Rez did a really cool set. I felt kind of like I was at Coachella for a moment. It was fun. And James Blake. Oh, my God, that was amazing. He was right before Nine Inch Nails. He opened for Nine Inch Nails, basically. And what else do I remember? It was so good. Mailman Willie. Oh, yeah, right. Your request. What was it again? God. Can you type it one more time? I'll do it now. Sorry. Thank you. I'm so tired today. I've been teaching and live streaming and like doing stuff like all day. So she designed the guitar specifically for women. That's so cool. Oh yeah, Frank Zappa, my man. My mom kissed Frank Zappa. We'll never get tired of telling that story. Okay.
Dreamed I was an Eskimo. Frozen wind began to blow.
Seven.
Under my boots and around my toe. Frost that bit the ground below. Was 100 degrees below zero. And my mama cried. And my mama cried.
Fun vocal production.
Save your money, don't go to the show. Well, I turned around and I said, ho, ho. Well, I turned around and I said, ho, And she said, with a tear in her eye, watch out where the huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow. Watch out where the huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow.
He was so silly. Oops. He was so silly and so talented. Silly and talented. I love his album, Hot Rats. And the reason I love it is probably just because was my mom's favorite. So that's the one that she played all the time. Peaches and Regalia, Son of Mr. Green Jeans. Those are our top two favorites there. Wasn't there a song though on it called Hot Rats? Hot Rats, Hot Chicks. That one was not my favorite. But yeah, he is weird. He's great. He was. All right. Well, I think my body's telling me it's time to wrap up for tonight. Though there is a chance that right when the Kickstarter is wrapping up, I'll pop back on just to commemorate. And that is at 11:11 p.m. That's the last. Oh no, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Well. Yeah, sorry, my brain is done. Clearly, my brain is done. Yes, there are a few Kickstarter perkage that are exclusive to the Kickstarter. So if you're interested in behind the scenes stuff, you might want to go check that out. There's vinyl now. There's a t-shirt you can add on. There's pictures of my cats. You can get your name in the album credits. There's even a tier for someone who's rich. There's two tiers for someone who's rich. One is if you want me to do a mini cover, an acoustic cover of any song, and then I will paint you a circular painting on a drum head, a tom drum head. No, sorry, it's not on the drum head. I don't have any more. Sorry, on a 10 by 10 piece of wood. That's what I've got. Circular, my abstract take on the song. And then you'll also get the bonus track and like pretty much everything. And then the other one is I'll do a whole acoustic cover and like a video for it and everything. And you'll be an associate producer. But I don't expect people to get those. Those are just in case, and someone did get one of those. So you never know. But you can also just support by pledging $1. You can support by pre-ordering basically the digital album with all the cinematic instrumental bonus tracks and stuff. Or you can go physical. Yo. So physical. I recently listened to the original of that song. I had only heard Nine Inch Nails cover. And it's so British. Yo, so physical. I wasn't expecting that. Fun. Did you guys know about Ali Gertz Peeled Back? She did a Nine Inch Nails cover album. I think it's 15 tracks. A lot of TDS, but whatever, it's kind of whichever she wanted. And she's like a singer-songwriter, and she did this like kind of gentle kind of treatment on each track. And she did it so that her family could appreciate Nine Inch Nails, like give them a way to hear it, but in a way that they could. And because she fell in love with them like a couple of years ago unexpectedly. And I keep hearing stories like that of people like, just, and that makes sense. It's like sometimes these artists just come into your life at just the right time. And it's not necessarily in your formative years where they have the most impact. Anyway, but it's really beautiful. You guys should check it out. There's a chance that she and I might do a cover together next year. She has to do all of Pretty Hate Machine because her Kickstarter was so successful that she had a really high stretch goal to do a cover album of all of Pretty Hate Machine, and it got there. It's amazing. So we might collab. That'd be fun. I was thinking Sin is really pretty. I think Sin is like, it's got a pretty harsh treatment on the album. It's like all dancey but I think it's like at its core very, very Very pretty. Yeah. Is Pax here? Hey, buddy. I hoped you would sneeze in C. No sharps or flats. Nice. I sold some old artwork. I did? Oh yeah, I have some old artwork that I might sell. Maybe that's how I can pay for releasing my trance music. I have some art on some drum heads and then one on like a small canvas. I don't think they're like amazing or anything, but someone might like it. And what's for dinner? That's a great question. I'm so tired I can't even think about it. I have a lot of food. So I'm just going to go rummage around in the fridge and find something. And hopefully sneeze. Well, everybody, thank you so much for your support in making my album. And the process is just beginning in a way. It's going to be a really exciting 2025 for me because of this. And my photo shoot for the cover is in about a week. It's next Monday, and it should be really cool. And then I'm going to try to find some really awesome filmmakers to help me make some really interesting. I'm getting so tired I can barely talk. Okay, I'm just going to go. But yeah, I think you should be able to still get excuse me, updates on the album through the Kickstarter. So that's another reason to just pledge $1 at the very least. You can still get updates. Because I'll probably put a lot of them there instead of like, spam. I certainly won't spam my patrons, and I probably won't spam my Instagram anymore. Okay, I will go to recharge, yes. And yeah, you might see me later on tonight. We'll see. Okay, love y'all so much. Have a good one. Queen of Rototoms out.